to, life on your own. There are many, many challenges in life. And we all are faced with these on a daily basis. Some of our experiences may be different to others, but we all have differences, some pleasant, some unpleasant, some sad, some happy. But this is what life is about. And the challenges that we suffer from time to time, they make us stronger individuals. Chris, for instance, well, her children are now adults, but they were not always adults. They were babies first, and then they were, And in this world today, bringing up children is not always an easy thing. Long time, children were satisfied with whatever they got, whatever they experienced, because they didn't have much to demand, and there was not many things. Life was very simple. Today, life has become very, very complicated because of all these technologies that have been introduced. And I know that some parents don't get to talk to their children because as soon as they come from school, they go and hide in with their little gadget, be it a tablet or a phone or anything. And parents and children do not get to interact and talk much. So, being a parent, especially so being a mother, and for very many years now, we all know that she is a single mother. Well, I know Navo is a good boy, but I can't say much about Nivi and Nitu. I hope that they are good too. From what I know, they kind of write in, they'll get more than 50 marks. But say what? Parenting is very difficult. And in the Ramayana, Mother Kausalya is faced with a dilemma. In one instance, we're talking about. Because she had received news, today her son will be crowned Yuvraj, the crowned prince of Ayodhya. Now some people call Raja Dashrath a king. Raja Dashrath was not a king. He was an emperor. And an emperor is a king of kings. That's a big, big difference. So when we say Raja Dashrath, we are totally, belittling the man. He was an emperor, a king of kings. And so his son was about to be crowned. They had announced the time and everything for the coronation. And so the mother is very, very happy. She's singing and she's smiling and she's sharing a lot of gifts and so on. But suddenly, her son, Sri Ram, approached her. And he bowed to her feet, paid his respects and everything. He got her blessings also. And then she held him tightly to her chest. And repeatedly she's saying, look, go have a bath, change your clothes, and get ready for this big occasion. There are tears in her eyes, with tears of happiness, that is. Joy. And what happens? She puts him to sit on her lap Because he was married already, yeah? Yeah. Today if a mother does that, the wife gets jealous. And Chrissy? Oh, you weren't jealous? Okay. You are one in, I wouldn't say a million. A one in many. I wouldn't say a million, I would say one in many. So she puts him to sit on her lap, and she hugged him tightly, and then started to speak softly and sweetly to him. Softly and sweetly. She didn't use any harsh language at all. Tell me, my son, tell me, when is the happy moment to be? All the people of Ayodhya are so happy and they are celebrating. They are anxiously awaiting this moment. Go, quickly, change your clothes and get ready for it. And hearing this, Sri Ramchandraji, feeling that pain inside of him, something happened to him, as we hear in this line. Dharma dhuri Dharma dhuri Dhuri means a champion. So Sri Ram is a champion of Dharma. And dharma doesn't mean religion really. It means righteousness. It means your duty. That is your dharma. Not if you pray to Christ or to Allah or to Krishna. The duties that you perform as a human being is your dharma. So, Sri Ramchandraji was definitely, out of tune. But he remained on the path of duty, of dharma, as he spoke with his mother. And he also was very, very polite. The pressure didn't go up or anything. He kept tender and sweet words he says to his mom. My father, although he has changed his mind, but he has given me something greater. I was about to be crowned Yuvraj, Prince, but my father has changed his mind and he has given me kingdom of the forest, where I will go. And with your blessings, O Mother, everything will always be fine with me. And spending 14 years, and he did not say 14. Charlie does. He said 4 and 10 years. If you say 14, it sounds like a big number. But when you say 4 and 10, and you call a small number first, so it lessens the blow. And he says, Charlie does spending 4 years and 10 years in the forest, and having fulfilled the promise made by my father, I will return, I will come back and check everybody, and I will come back at your feet and be your son again. So do not let your heart be sad, O Mother. This is Sri Ramchandraji talking with his mother, trying now to console her, because here she was just moments before. She was very, very happy. And now, hearing some news, emotion takes over. And this is her response. We're talking here about the gentle and sweet words of Sri Rama. What are they gentle and sweet? What do you think about? It pierced Kausalya's heart. Kausalya is the mother. It pierced her heart like those arrows. An arrow is not a pin. When a pin goes in, you can pull it out easily. But when an arrow, like a fish hook, goes in, you have to pull. It is more painful to pull it out than to really get it into the flesh. And this is how Kausalya felt, as though that arrow had pierced her, and it's rankling there. Such is the pain she's feeling. And only a mother really can feel that pain. And a mother is always protective of her children. You must have, Niri, you must have, Niri, you must have heard me say it 1,000,000 times already. We can learn from the animals. A dog has his pup. You go and touch the pups, and what happens? Robin did not know you since you're born. And what happens? That same dog that you nurture will ready to jump on you because he feels that the life of his children are or is threatened. So too with Kausalya at this point in time, she's very alarmed to hear about this change in circumstances. 1 minute the boy was supposed to be the king, or the king in waiting, like Stuart. He's in waiting for the king to give up, and he's ready to take over. But this mother is so alarmed. And Sri Ram is speaking so gently about the whole thing, as if though nothing happened. So she turned pale. In the same way as the reference is drawn here, there's a plant called Jawas. And when the monsoon rains come, the first shower, that plant, instead of catching up, will what? Will wither away and die. This is how the mother, Kausalya, is feeling now hearing this. And it says that agony, that pain in her heart was beyond description. Words could hardly be found to describe that feeling. It felt as, a doe, is a doe, a female deer. She's about to drink water in the river. And nearby she hears a lion roaring. You know why? The doe is thirsty because she just had her fawn. She just had her baby. Left the baby in the bushes there and, came quickly to get a drink of water because, after those labor pains, I don't know, those of you who experience it will say more. The mother there was very, very thirsty, so she went looking for the water. And as soon as she dipped her mouth into the water, ready to sip some, she hears the lion roaring. You can imagine how that mother will feel? Because she will feel that her young one is in danger. This is how Rousillac is feeling at this point in time upon hearing that news, that sad news of her son having to go where? Barashachari does for 4 and 10 years, 14 years to be exact, into the forest and live. And no more kingdom for him. This is what is happening. A body, she can only shake violently. It says here like the fish. You know, those of you who lived in the lagoon areas and the country areas where there are rivers. The rivers that flow into the sea. There comes a time in the year after the same monsoon rains. When the first monsoon shower comes, there's a type of water that comes up in the river. We used to call it the variety water. And what will happen? All the fishes in the river will begin, you'll see them floating up and sucking air and waiting to die. Because of the effects of that rain that has polluted the water, let's put it that way. It's poisoned the water. This is how Rousillac is feeling at this point in time. And what happens? Let's hear it in a few lines again. Dhari dhiraj sata vadanu nihari. Dhari dhiraj. By and by, she begins to recover herself from that shock because of that news that she got. And all she can do is look at her beta, at her son, in the face, and then, stammering. When somebody stammers, words are difficult to come by. So in a stammering way, she begins to speak. And she says to Abraham, my boy, you are dear as life to your father. And it's a constant joy for him to see you running about and to walk about and to speak with and to interact with people. This is a great delight for him to watch you. Sometimes Raja Dasharatha would watch Ram until he gets Nigerian. There's a song that I don't know if Victoria will sing it for us later. Thumak chalat Ram Chandra Bajat pe janiya. Thumak chalat. It was just such joy to see that Ram, especially when he was an infant, running about and waiting to hear the jingle of the bells on his feet. That will really bring joy to him. And that same Dashrath today, who loves you so much, he has committed you, or banished you, or put you in exile for 14 years. It's difficult to believe that. Which father in their own right, in their own mind? Well, nowadays have father and have father too. There are fathers who don't even know their children. But that aside, the feeling here, the family feeling, that relationship, that feeling of being one with each other. This is what Raja Dashrath always displayed. And now he has done something else. He has committed, he has told you to go for 14 years. And notice something. The real culprit, or the one who initiated this, has not been mentioned as yet. Why? You see, it is a habit. And it's a good habit of Hindu people not to bad talk people. And not to look for scapegoats. Is she who was it? It could have been very easy for Ram to say, well, Kikai and Mantara, and blame. They have kept them out because of their cultured way of living. Nobody has mentioned up to this point that it is Kikai who demanded that from Dashrath, and Dashrath had made his promise to Kikai. Well, he had given her 2 boons, and now she asked for it. That Ram should go into the forest for 14 years, and Bharat should be king himself. Bharat, who was her son. You see, any time, gentlemen, don't take me wrong, Bharat. Anytime a man chooses to have more than one wife, Raja Dashrath had 3. So that 3 times trouble. Anytime a man chooses to have more than one, there's bound to be a time to come up when disagreements and all these sort of things will take place. Kikai made those demands from Raja Dashrath, and Dashrath had given her his word. Asked for it anytime. She had postponed it. She said, when I'm ready, I will ask for it. Now she's ready. And now she asks him, there's more than blackmail, right? So you see, my friends, in this world today, we've got to be very, very careful and live our life according to Dharma. And what is Dharma? Not religion, not Hinduism, or Christianity, or Islam. Dharma is our duty as a human being. And this is why Chris should be admired and respected. When Kapil died, she could have easily get somebody else. And Chris? You never had offers?
I never even think about that.
No, but what I'm saying, these days, sometimes they don't even wait till you're dead. Like this lady was crying when her husband died, you know. She was crying, so the neighbor comes and says, you know, girl, wait, you're young yet and you will get a next husband. She said, I don't have that already. This is how, life is. And this is what we as Hindus must not cultivate. Because when we see our children going astray, we wonder why. We wonder why. I wonder. What are you wondering for? You set it, the pattern. So this is what is happening here now. Kaushilya is in pain. Sri Ram, poor fella, he has to accept fate because he is Dharma Dhurin. He's the one who safeguards beauty and epitomizes what a human being should live as. Because this is why he was called Maryada Purushottam. You know, Lord Krishna came, he was called Leela Purushottam. Anybody named Leela here? I mean you, huh? Leela means drama, play. You know, Lord Krishna came and to act out a Leela. But Sri Ram came to teach us how to live as a human being. This is why he was called Maryada Purushottam. So my friends, Kausalya is in this state now. Let me know the reason why, my darling, or my son. Tell me the reason. Who is it that has served as a fire to consume this solar dynasty of us? You know, the Raghukul race is the solar dynasty. The sun, the solar race, you call them. Tell me, who you think is the cause? And I want to emphasize this point. The mother is asking us, tell me, what or who is the cause? What do you think Ram does? Does he say, well, you know, can you tell their father that she wants she bones? He doesn't say that. This is what happens. Sri Ramchandji, when his mother asks, who? He doesn't say anything. But just like Raja Dashrath had his aide or his secretary with him all the time, so too Sri Ram, who was in training to be the next leader, also had his secretary. Suman was the secretary to Raja Dashrath, and the secretary to Ram, Sri Ram, was Abhinandan. Not Abhinandan, Abhinandan. A lot of people make that mistake. So, Sri Ramchandji just turns around and he looks at his assistant, his secretary, and he nods his head. And it was Abhinandan now who tells Kausalya all that transpired in Kuk Pawan, where Kikayi is sulking and Raja Dashrath is on his death throes because of that demand or that request, whatever you call it. He cannot say no. He has to, because the motto of that family, and should be the motto of all Hindus, Raghu Bulariti Sada Chandiyaye, Prana Jaye, Par Vachan na Jaye. Even at the cost of your life, you must live up to your word, live up to your promise. Don't say something and then do something else. I will love you till I die, my darling. You look like 6 months after you die because you're going your own way. I don't know. The thing is that we as human beings should live up to our promises, live up to our words. Although it is painful, Raja Dashrath can't say no, and Sri Ram can't say no to going to the forest, because he has to fulfill his father's word. Abhinandan tells Kausalya, well, the entire story of Kekayi and Mantra and so on, and this is. Now, the mother can't say to go or to not to go. Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai na sakai na kahi sakujai. So Kaushalya, this loving mother of Sri Ram, she couldn't tell her son, well, look, look, don't worry to go. She couldn't detain him, in other words. And neither could she tell him, look, to go. Because if she tells him, look, stay back here, don't worry to go, she's going against dharma. She's going against her duty as a human being, as a mother, as a queen. She's going against all those duties. And if she says, okay, son, go to the forest, then that is very painful for her. So now she is between the devil and the deep sea. How will you, as a mother, if you are placed in that situation, how will you react? You have to make a choice, eh? You have to give some advice. She says it seems as though somebody was going to write Chandra, the moon, and instead they wrote Rahu. You know what's Rahu? Rahu is the shadow that comes over the moon and causes darkness during the moon eclipse. So somebody maybe was going to write moon and they wrote Rahu instead. This is what she's thinking and saying to herself. It is said that Rahu devours the moon during that. Some Hindus say that. But the ways of Brahma might be cruel at times, might seem to be cruel at times. Because her judgment on the one hand is a sense of duty, and on the other hand, affection for her son Ram. Do I do my duty? Oh, because I'm attached. I must go against my duty. She's what you call on the horns of a dilemma. Like a snake, it says here, that has caught a musk rat. Not an ordinary rat, eh? A snake, the favorite food is the rat. The snake catches the rat and devours it, and swallows it. You know a snake that does that? Whole animal in the swallow. But the Chachundar is a muskrat. And when the snake catches that muskrat in particular, he realizes that he has made a mistake. He cannot swallow the rat because it is poisonous. And he cannot release it. Because if he releases that Chachundar, it sprays a liquid that will blind the snake. So what is that snake to do? How does he get out of that dilemma? But somebody told me a long time ago, to every problem, there's a solution. What the snake has to do if he wants to get off is to go in the water, in the river, and there in the river, he can release the muskrat. And the effects of that poisonous spray will not take place. So there's a way out for the snake. What is the way out for Mother Kausalya? She says, if I press my son and tell him, don't go, then the moral code will be broken. This is why morals are so important to them. So that will be broken. And if I say, boy, stay back, then bad blood will be created between the brothers. Imagine that. And she's weighing up in her mind now as a mother What should I do? What should I do? She says, oh my son, finally, after weighing all the considerations, she finally says, oh my son, you have done well. I swear that if a father's command is the most sacred of all obligations, listen to your father. How much time the mother will tell the child, wait, listen to that woman. Don't worry, T. Kaushilya says to her son that the father's command or the father's wish is very, very important. Be what? And finally, in the Doha it tells us, Raj Deen Akaha Deen Hubana Mohina se Lukaleshu. Having that kingdom, the father has decided to send you into the woods, right? But as I said, if it is your father's wish alone, you don't have to follow it. But if it's both father and mother say you must go, then you must go. But caution, I didn't tell you to go in the forest. But, you see, as children, all the four brothers, considered all the queens as their mother. The Kekai, the Sumitra, the Kaushilya, whichever one of them, they were mothers, they were equally mothers to Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shakti. So Ram considered Kekai to be his mother also. So having the keys to the kingdom, your father has decided to give you the keys to the forest, the jungle, the forest here. And that doesn't make me sorry, Kaushilya says. But your absence from among us will mean a terrible, terrible loss. It will be a terrible ordeal to Bharat and all of us in this forest. So up to now, Kaushilya didn't say go, but she still didn't tell him, don't go. But what she told him, if both father and mother ask you to go, you have to. And in this case, Ram had to go because he had to fulfill the promise that his father made, and then it was both Kekai and Dashrath words to fulfill. So Kaushilya addressed Ram in this way. But you must, if you decided to go, I pray that all will be well with you. And don't forget, even after 14 years, don't forget me, I'll be waiting here for you. Those of us who have children who go abroad, and sometimes they live abroad, and we wait patiently, and we look forward eagerly, when they will come and spend even a week or a day with us. This is what Kaushilya is reminding Sri Ram, you have a duty to go to the forest, but you also have a duty to come back and shower your love, and we can shower our love upon you again. So, my friends, a mother's love is displayed to its highest. So too should all mothers and children care for each other. Love is not a one-way street. Never. And love is not ever one-sided. Yes, that's young Christy doing right. But she gave me right to know. She don't want to talk to me. So my friends, that again, you see, Yeah, Navo is spending time with his daughter. As Chris did, with Navo, with Nitu, with Niri.
With all the children here started.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about first in your home circle. After couple left and went, wherever he went, we don't know. But she was left behind to care for them, and she did that boldly, and she did bravely, and she didn't ask for help from anyone. Such strength, dignity, character must be admired. And Chris, today we salute you.
Thank you.
As we tell you, happy birthday. And I want to end with a song that is from a movie called Dulhan Dulhan. But I won't use the words that were used in the movie. Right? There's a bhajan that is sung in similar vein. माने हमको प्यार किया है जितना कौन करेगा इतना कौन करेगा इतना माने हमको Oh, That song tells us the extent and how enormous the mother's love is. Now, Mahineme, for 9 months, she kept you in her womb and then brought you out into this world. Sardi lagegi, chadar udhakar. When you were cold and so on, she would hug you and add warmth and even cover you with a blanket. So much care for you. And then, to crown all of that, Stanka Duda Pilala, from out of her body, she will feed you that milk. Does that happen nowadays? I wonder. I remember a long time, all mothers breastfed their babies. Today that is out of style. And we lose the figure. And that's why now we feed the baby from a bottle. Right? And that's why most children nowadays, they go to look for their mother in the rum shop, the bottle. Facts of life, eh? Hello? There's no disputing that. Many children nowadays, they can't like the bottle because they recognize the bottle as apparent. And the next verse tells us, Services Ltd, a gentle touch. It quickly soothes all the pains that we have. Whatever problems we may have, a gentle touch will soothe all of that and put us to sleep. She will put us to sleep in that way. Gagan Sulla Bhajana, and she will sing sweet lullabies. Not jingling, jingling, not that. But sweet lullabies, meaningful songs that will put the baby to sleep. Dimara pare tab vaida bulakar. When we get sick, that same mother will rush us to the doctor or bring the doctor to us. And sometimes she's the doctor for us too. So my friends, that mother we talk about can never be extolled enough, can never be praised enough. Jawan bhai jab shadi karna, you know, and then we grow up a bit and we get married. And what happens? Jab tak prem na chut. Even then, the mother continues to love us. And the last line tells us, Mata ki mamta itni badi hai. The mother's love, the mother's affection and attachment is so big. It's so big how? Sagar bara hai jitna. It's even bigger than the oceans of the world. So I don't know whether I made any sense to you all today, but we need to share love. And the love to share is learned in the home. If it is not learned there, it can't be found elsewhere, anywhere else. Make time for your children, parents. Make time for your children. Don't say, oh boy, I just have to walk home and then come back home. No, you made those children, you brought them into the world. Well, it's your duty to take care of them. And children, sorry, I said it wrong. See? Don't ever tell Kavita or lady, take a back seat. Kavita knows what is good for you. It's what to all mothers and fathers. Fathers should know what is good for their children. Don't feel it's only the mother's duty. As I know, we have single parent families where mothers alone and there's some where fathers alone fill both roles. So don't say it's impossible and it's on style and I've had them next July. Olo siya Pati.Sharma J. While you before RG, Victoria, which before? Oh, before the act. Let's do the two. So what do you before? Are we ready?
Christy?
Are we ready for the cake?
You want to cut cake now?
Yes.
Alright, 5 minutes.
None. Right.